Did you know that your cat's tail has a secret language? That's right. Every movement, every twitch, every wag of the tail is telling you something about how your cat feels. Whether it's excitement, fear, curiosity, or love, your feline friend's tail is a true window into their heart. If you really want to understand what your cat is trying to tell you, stay with me until the end of this video because we're going to decode every signal their tail sends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel now, so you don't miss more amazing tips about the world of cats and how to strengthen your connection with your feline. Let's get started. 1. Upright tail. The silent hug. When your cat approaches you with its tail held high, it's as if they're saying, "Hey, I like you, you're my friend." This is one of the clearest signs of trust and contentment. Cats do this as a form of greeting, and you've probably noticed it, especially when you come home after a long day. They approach you with their tail held high, as if saying, "I'm happy to see you." What's even more amazing is that this posture has an instinctual origin, as kittens raise their tails when approaching their mother. So, when your cat greets you this way, it's like they're returning to that moment of love and safety from their kittenhood. 2. Wrapping the tail around you. The feline hug. Have you noticed when your cat wraps its tail around you? This is their way of giving you a silent, loving hug. It's not something they do with just anyone, you know? It's reserved for those they trust deeply. By doing this, they're saying, "I'm comfortable with you, you're part of my family." This gesture is a form of connection, not just with you, but also with other cats they have a close bond with. So, the next time they wrap their tail around you, know that it's a gesture of affection straight from their heart. 3. Twitching tail. Emotion at its peak. When your cat's tail starts twitching rapidly, you might think they're nervous, but actually, it's a sign of great excitement. This happens when they're super happy, whether it's because they're about to be fed or because you've just come home after being away for a while. It's their way of showing you how excited they are. But what if they're twitching their tail against a vertical surface? In that case, it could be a sign they're marking their territory. If your cat is male and not neutered, this behavior is more common, especially during mating season. 4. Puff tail. The cat on alert. Have you ever seen your cat's tail puffed up so much it looks like a bottle brush? This behavior is quite interesting because many people think it's a sign of aggression, but in reality, it's a sign of fear or surprise. When a cat feels threatened, they try to appear larger and more imposing as a defense mechanism. If your cat turns into a puffball with its tail raised and fur standing on end, it's best to give them some space and wait until they calm down. This behavior is instinctive, inherited from their wild ancestors. 5. Low tail or tucked between the legs. Fear or insecurity. When your cat keeps its tail low or tucks it between its legs, it's a sign that they're feeling vulnerable or scared. Something in the environment may have startled them. A loud noise, another animal, or even a sudden change in routine. This posture is a form of submission and signals that they're trying to avoid confrontation. When this happens, the best thing to do is give them space, not force interaction, and provide a safe place where they can retreat until they feel better. 6. Tail tip twitching. Total focus. Have you ever noticed the tip of your cat's tail twitching rapidly? This is a clear sign that they are fully focused. It might happen when they're observing something, hunting a toy, or even staring at an insect. But it can also be a sign of frustration or irritation. If you're petting your cat and notice this movement, it's best to stop for a while. They're saying, "That's enough, I need some space." Your cat's focus is incredible, and when they're in hunting mode, you can bet they're 100% ready for action. 7. Slow tail swishing. Feline curiosity. If you notice your cat's tail swaying slowly from side to side, it's a sign that they're completely engaged in something. This calm, rhythmic movement is their way of expressing curiosity, a behavior rooted deeply in their instinctual nature as hunters and explorers. When your cat is watching something intently, be it a bird outside the window or an intriguing new object, the slow tail swish is their way of weighing the situation, deciding whether it's worth investigating further. At this moment, your cat is in a state of deep focus, processing information and deciding on the next course of action. It's their way of saying, "I'm not sure yet, but I'm very interested." This is one of those moments where it's best not to interrupt. If you do, you might disrupt their concentration, and your cat may not appreciate it. When they're in this mode, they are fully immersed in the environment around them, and this gentle swishing is a telltale sign that they're trying to figure something out. This behavior is a beautiful reminder of your cat's inquisitive and intelligent nature. It's like they're saying, "I'm watching, I'm learning, and I might just take action soon." So, next time you see that slow, deliberate tail movement, step back and let your cat explore. They're doing exactly what they do best, being a curious, independent little explorer. 8. Strong tail thumping. Attention, your cat is irritated. A fast and forceful tail swish is a clear sign that your cat is not happy with what's going on. If you notice your cat thumping their tail against the floor or shaking it rapidly from side to side, it's a clear indication of irritation or frustration. This behavior is a warning sign that your cat is nearing their limit, and they're trying to express their discomfort. Often, this tail action will precede more intense reactions, such as hissing or even biting, so it's important to pay attention and respect their boundaries. Tail thumping is a communication tool for cats to tell you that they've had enough. It's often seen when a cat is overstimulated, whether from too much petting, a playful interaction that has become too rough, or an environment that is overwhelming. Unlike a slow or gentle swish, a hard thumping tail is an unmistakable signal that your cat is feeling frustrated and is preparing to disengage or react defensively. It's crucial to recognize this behavior and respect your cat's need for space. If your cat is showing signs of irritation through tail thumping, step back and give them a moment to cool down. For example, if you've been playing too vigorously or petting them for too long, they might need a break. Cats, like people, have different tolerance levels for affection, and when they're overwhelmed, it's important to allow them to retreat and regain their composure. In some cases, this behavior can also be triggered by something in the environment, such as a new, loud sound, another pet, or a change in their routine. Whatever the cause, a rapidly swishing tail is a message. Your cat needs you to respect their limits. Understanding these subtle cues helps build trust and strengthen the bond between you and your feline friend. So, next time you see that tail pounding away, take it as a polite yet firm request for some personal space. Your cat is telling you, "Enough for now." 9. The question mark. The curious kitten. Now, when your cat forms a question mark with its tail, it's one of the cutest and most curious gestures they can make. This movement is a clear sign that they are open to interaction, curious, and ready to explore. When their tail curves in this way, it's almost as if they're saying, "What's going on here? I want to know more." This behavior is typical when they're investigating a new environment or even greeting you in a playful manner. So, did you already know all these signs? Your cat's tail is truly a powerful communication tool, isn't it? By learning to interpret these gestures, you'll be able to understand much better what's going on in your feline's heart and strengthen your bond even further. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with more tips and curiosities about the world of cats. See you in the next video, and keep being the best friend to your kitty.